I'm Kim.
I'm Jen.
And welcome back to our channel, Girlfriend We Feel Ya.
Yay!
Yay! And today we're going to talk about hair. Let's talk about hair, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Okay. We're goofs.
Yeah, we're goofs. But yeah, we're going to talk about hair. Jen, of course, has a la natural, gorgeous
curly hair.
And I, of course, well, I don't know if of course is the right, but my hair is a la natural gray. So we're going to kind of each talk about our hair journeys, and
we get asked about it a ton.
Yeah,
like
we do.
a ton, and I just feel like this would be a fun topic to.
Yeah, it's kind of light and fun, and we're going to share with you guys some of the products we use. But anyway, if you like this topic and you want to hear more from us in the future, please click that subscribe button. And that way you'll get like little updates every week when we post a new video.
Yes.
All right, let's get into it, shall we?
Kim, I'm putting you on the hot seat first.
Okay.
When I met you, you had long blonde hair.
Yes.
She has long blonde hair, and that was only like 2 years ago. I feel like there was some Facebook memory that popped up of you and I.
Yeah.
And it was only 2 years ago. So what made you decide to go on this journey of your natural hair color and going gray?
Well, I think it's just like a twofold answer.
Okay.
Curiosity and laziness. So basically, it was around Christmas time, almost 2 years ago. And, you know, my roots were coming out. And, you know, I used to run to the hairstylist, you know, because you never want anyone to see those gray roots. And I was just looking in the mirror and I was like, you know, I just wonder what it would look like if I just let it grow for a little bit, because I had not seen my natural hair color since I was like in high school. Because, you know, back in high school, I would dye it black and, you know, blonde and all these different colors for fun. But, you know, as I had gotten older, as most of us do, you know, we color our hair. So that's kind of how it started. It wasn't like a statement or anything like that. But as I decided to make the decision to let it grow, I did, of course, go online, and I saw that there were all these groups out there like Gone Gray and like Going Gray Naturally and, you know, those kind of things. So I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. And so I started following some of those. And I don't know, it was really kind of cool to see that other women were doing it as well. And
it's beautiful. Like, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you know, I went through several phases, as you know. Like, I cut it because I really couldn't handle the half one color, half other. That was driving me crazy. So I did have her cut it pretty short.
So that's how it got from like long blonde, and when you decided to like, I guess, officially go gray, like you started, that's when like the length.
Yeah, I cut it to about a little below my chin, and then I still couldn't handle it. And then I went back to her the next time and I was like, give me kind of a long pixie cut. So I still have a little length, but just get as much of that old color out as possible. So that's what we did. And so a year and a half later is, I think, where we're at now. Yeah. So.
I know I'm not the one that went through it, but I know, like, for me, I felt like the transition was quick for you. You probably don't feel it. I mean, because I look back 2 years, I'm like, there was such a huge difference.
Yeah.
But it probably wasn't for you going through it.
No. No. And I'm not a very patient person, as most people that know me well will tell you. Like, usually when I make a decision to do something, I'm like, right now, which is why I was like, just cut it off, you know, so, but, yeah, I mean, so far I'm just really loving it. I haven't looked back, you know, but again, it's not a statement, you know, I still love hair color and I love, you know, I love all that kind of girly stuff. But for me personally, this is working for me, you know, and I also really like the gray pattern and the fact that some of it's still dark in the back, and it's kind of, it creates its own natural highlights.
So does your hair feel different now that it's not being colored anymore?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Jen. I think I talked to you about that. So when you, and my hairstylist friends will probably be posting under this like, girl, that's not the right terminology. And that's fine, correct me on this. But when you color your hair, especially when you're coloring it a lighter color where they have to bleach and stuff, it makes your hair more porous, like kind of coarse. So, which made, because I have really thick hair, but when I was coloring my hair, it felt even thicker. And I didn't really have to use a lot of product in my hair. Like I could literally put the curling iron in it and the curl would hold like for 2 days. So now I have what my hairstylist, Allison, shout out to her, refers to as the virgin hair, because it's got nothing's been processed on it. So my hair's still thick, but the texture is fine. So it's slippery. So I now have to use a mousse.
To use different products.
Yeah, I use like a mousse when it's wet, just to basically give it some grit so that a curl will hold.
I know all about that, girl.
But we'll, after we get your story, we'll talk about our products that we use. So Jen, you've had curly hair your whole life.
I have.
Which is, it's so amazing. And I don't know about any of you, but I've always been one of those people that when I see people with like the curly hair, the naturally curly hair like yours, I'm always so jelly. Like I always have wanted curly hair. But anyway, so talk to us about my
curly hair journey. So my hair has always been curly. It's gotten curlier as, I guess when I got into my teenage years, but I straightened my hair. I didn't start wearing my hair curly probably until I got out of high school-ish, early 20s, where I started wearing it curly. And I've learned a lot about curly hair in just this last year. Like if you always straighten your hair kind of adapts to being straight. So it took time for that curl pattern to develop again.
Oh,
and
really?
Oh yeah, like it didn't look good. Like in the transition of like going from straightening it all the time to wearing it curly.
Well, first of all, I've never seen you with your hair straight, so I can't even imagine you straightening your hair, but, okay.
Well, I've talked about doing it just for fun, but I would never do it myself. My hair is so thick, it would take me 2 hours to straighten. Like it's really that thick.
Yeah, no, I can tell.
I would have to get it professionally done.
So I'm curious, like when you were younger in high school, like why do you think you straightened your hair? Was it just the fashion, or you just didn't embrace the curls?
I don't think I knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, and my mother wasn't like, knew what to do with it. So, and in growing up in New York, I mean, actually, there was a lot of curly haired women. Like it wasn't like a weird thing. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So it wasn't like, oh, she's got curly hair and everyone has straight hair. It was just, I didn't know what to do with it. So I straightened it. And then I had bangs, which I have to show you a picture my sister found of us when I was 15. I had shorter hair and bangs. And it was horrible. But anyway.
But you did bangs not too long ago, which
well,
I loved. But you were like, no.
That lasted a year.
Yeah.
No.
I love a good bang.
So I started... That's another conversation.
That's a whole other...
We'll do that another day. But yeah, so then I've been wearing it curly ever since. But honestly, in the last year, I came across the curly girl method.
Yeah. And
that has made my hair even better. And I have to say, like, the funniest thing is every time I go out, especially with Joe, like, people are always like, oh my God, your hair. Oh my God, your hair. Oh my God, your hair. Is it real? Is it natural? Is it... I've had people ask if they can touch my hair, like random strangers in the grocery store, in parking lots, or they want to know who does my hair, how I do my hair. So I guess this is a good topic. But
yeah, I mean, your hair is, I mean, you have it up today.
I have it up today.
Wear it up a lot, but I mean, your hair is...
Because you curly girls know it's a pain in the ass. Like, it's a lot of maintenance, and it's like... Every curly head is different, and since I started doing the curly girl method a year ago, and I don't do like the strict curly girl method, I won't get into it. It's like super involved, so if you guys want to just look that up, but I've kind of changed it and just do some of it, but not all of it. So I've kind of tried and see what works, what doesn't, doing different methods of hair washing and co-washing, trying different products, different methods of application, different methods of drying the hair.
Wait a minute. Okay, back it up.
Yeah.
Back up the bus.
Okay.
What is co-washing?
It means just washing your hair with shampoo, conditioner.
Oh.
So curly hair.
Oh, like co is short for conditioner.
Right. So
I thought it was like,
what's a co-wash?
like you needed like a second person helping you, or like your co-assistant, or
in the curly girl world, it's a wash in between your shampoos. Like they recommend you not to wash your, well, I only wash my hair once a week with shampoo in the winter, twice in the summer. So that second time is just like wet it down really good, condition it, comb it through, just to refresh the curl.
Right.
And then I wear it up the rest of the time, obviously, just due to life and work. Like, it takes a lot of time. My hair, like I said, my hair is so thick for it to fully dry. And when you have curly hair and do the curly girl method, you have to make sure your hair is 100% dry before you touch it, scrunch it, fluff it. Otherwise, it will frizz. It will just not work. It's a big process. And I'll answer any questions in the comments below, or DM me on my social media if you want like more details about like my actual steps, because it's a lot.
Okay, so you work out a lot, and so
Yes.
you're obviously getting sweaty.
Yes.
But you only wash your hair with shampoo once a week.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get rid of like the
sweat
oil from the sweat, and like, do you use the dry shampoo, or?
I never have. I think you can for curly hair. I just haven't. I mean, like I said, in the wintertime now, I'm not sweating as much. So once a week feels great. Summertime is definitely twice a week.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the more you wash your hair, like you talked about earlier, like it dries it out for curly hair. So
yeah. Okay. And I guess because like you've got the curl and it's so close to the root, it kind of hides like.
Yeah, it doesn't
like
feel.
For me, because I mean, if I do a couple sweaty workouts and I don't wash my hair, girl, I look greasy. It looks greasy.
And all I have to do is this. Is just I haven't washed it. No, what's today? Friday. I co-washed it Wednesday because I've worked out every day this week. And it just starts to feel yuck, and the curl gets frizzy. I don't have the kind of curl. I don't have very, very tight curls. I'll lose it quickly in sleep and things like that. And I keep it pulled up in like a very loose ponytail when I go to sleep, just to kind of preserve the curl, but it's still, frizzes. But, kind of happy with the length and where it's at. I'm working on getting it blonder now, so that's drying it out. Yeah. It's gotten really dry since I just recently highlighted it, and I'm going to go a couple more rounds of that, so.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's talk about some products then. So you go first.
Okay, so I use a ton of products, but I'm just picking all the ones, kind of products that I'm using now. So I've been a Diva Curl girl for years and years and years. And then just in the last year, I started experimenting with other products. And now I kind of combine products. So I still use Diva Curl, the One Condition Original. You guys see? Yeah. And the shampoo. Okay. The low poo, and the coconut curl cream. Once or twice a month, I use this Surface Violet shampoo, so my hair started getting kind of brassy. We had talked about that. So I do this once or twice a month, and then I started experimenting with Not Your Mother's Curls products. Okay, all right. And this is kind of a clarifying shampoo. So I do this once or twice a month as well. And then I started using Curlsmith, and I really like the product, and I want to try more of their products. This is their double cream deep quencher. This is the deep conditioning treatment, and I also use their version of curl cream. I actually really like their product, and I want to start trying more of them. So that's like all the brands and the products that I use. Okay. And so, I'm like, again, very low maintenance with the products. Like I probably should try more and experiment with more, but if it works, it works.
Right. And so the way I found out about this particular shampoo was right when I started the process of going gray, I was in anthropology, and one of the girls in there had this really pretty ash blonde, and I noticed, like, I had seen her in there multiple times. She works in there, and it always looks so good. So I just asked her, like, you know, what do you use, you know, on your hair? And she was like, oh, girl, you've got to go to Target and get this Kristen S. And so I went to Target. And Kristen S is, you know, I guess she's kind of a famous hairstylist. She lives out in LA and, you know, works with some celebrities. But she started her own line of hair care, and Target carries it. So this is the one purple shampoo.
How often do you use that?
So I use this like every third shampoo. Because it is really potent, and if you're not careful, it can turn your hair blue. So I use this along with the purple conditioner, like every third shampoo, and in between the shampoos, I use her shampoo, like just her regular shampoo. It's called the Signature one. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I have to use some product, you know, when I get out. I put this on my hair when it's wet. This is the volumizing mousse from Kristen S. And this just gives my hair a little thickness and grit, so that actually when I go to use curling iron or something like that, it'll have something to help it hold.
Yeah, give it some texture.
And then I have never liked hairspray. Like, I actually back when I didn't color my hair, like I just hated using hairspray in my hair because I hated the way it felt, you know. But this is like a dry finish working texture spray. So it's like a hairspray you put on right after you set your style, and it just kind of gives it a light hold. So these are like the main things I use.
Well, how long does it take, you wash your hair, how long does it take, like, to style and get it dry and do all that? Like, how long is that process?
I mean,
I know.
I don't know. I haven't been going anywhere lately, really, except here.
And by the way, she made me get dressed and makeup and jewelry today.
But so if I'm like, let's say I'm getting in the shower, going right from getting in the shower to having to dry my hair in probably like 45 minutes, because my hair is pretty thick as well. So the drying it is the more, but most of the time I let it air dry. I just put some mousse in it, scrunch it a little bit, and let it air dry in the house. So, but yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about hair accessories. Because you like to do like your little bandana.
I like the bandana. And I have a few cute like leopard like little clips that I've been using. Again, like I haven't been going anywhere, so just
right.
But yeah, and you've inspired me. I have a jaw clip. I actually used that the other day. I did a little half up curly thing. Yeah, so I love the jaw clip. Well, because it reminds me of the 80s, which, you know, I love the 80s. But a friend of mine gave me this. She got a set of 3 and she gave me this one. And I've been playing with this a little bit. I love it. Just like a looser in the back, just twist it up and clip it on in there. Yeah, super cute.
Okay, so I swear I'm not doing, this is not a... What is it?
This is not an ad.
An ad. We're not sponsored. Anything, but I love her stuff. So she just came out with new hair accessories, Kristen S. And I bought these. I haven't used them yet, but they're like a little star and moon barrettes. So I'm gonna play with those at some point.
Ooh.
Isn't that cute?
Yes. See, you give me good ideas. See, I would never think to do stuff like this, and then I see you do it. You inspire me with that, and all the fashion.
Oh,
you do.
You
know I'm pretty basic.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say this is basic.
Well, the hoops, you know, they're just
right.
It's Jenny from the block.
Right. Scrunchies. I love a good scrunchie, and this one is actually.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I bought this in Seattle, and it's made from a vintage headscarf. So this girl made them, you know, she had all these vintage scarves, and so she made scrunchies from them.
So what would you like? Would you just do like a loose pony, like low pony with that now? Or like,
yeah, probably like a low pony. Or, I mean, I would do it just like in a top knot. You know, I would use my regular hairband and then just put the scrunchie underneath because that will hold. Yeah. And then, of course...
I love that look. The scarf look.
Yes.
You need to help me with this.
Well, I've had to watch, don't get me lying. So I just watch tutorials on YouTube and, you know.
Same.
Of course, this one's really simple. You would just fold it. I'm just going to do a sloppy fold for this. And, which, see, it's wrong already. But you can just... this is what not to do. But anyway, so the triangle, the loose triangle is supposed to go on the inside. So you need to reverse that fold, and you would just, oh, see, y'all can't do it. See what I'm doing? Like, so I'm just folding it, right? Just folding it, folding it. But, you know, when you're doing it, just do it neater.
Yeah, no, that looks good. You don't want it perfect, right?
I like to just lay it on the hair and then tie it in the back. I'm not going to tie it, but just tie it.
My hair would look funny because it's so thick. It would like be a big puff out in the back. Well, because it's so thick, it's not long enough either. It would like look weird.
So that's why you need to do, and I don't have any with me, but like headbands to have the thinner elastic at the bottom so that you don't have this big bulk underneath the hair.
You'll have to show me.
But yeah, so those are just some fun things. And also, like, if your hair is dirty and you're looking for a quick way to look cute and hide the fact that your hair is dirty, you can do like Jen does, like the bandana tie here with like a puff, and it's so cute. And anyway, that's what I do when my hair is dirty. So
I mean, who's got time to wash and fix their hair every day?
Right.
I mean, honestly, and I used to like stress about that, and now I'm just like, I'm so happy that I fix my hair like once or twice a week and just can, like you said, kind of dress it up and make it look decent other ways.
Yeah. So. And of course I didn't bring any, but I have a ton of hats, because hats I love. And you wear a lot of like the winter, like the toboggans.
Yeah, but I don't wear like, what do you call them, like fashiony hats. Like, you look good in the hats. I can't pull the hat look off. Like, I can do like a...
You could, but you just would have to feel good. I mean, I think it's all about if you feel comfortable in it or not. Because I know it looks good on you. It would look good on you.
Maybe this year we'll try.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to sign off. But this has been a fun one. We hope you enjoyed it. And
we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you in a week.
Yeah.
And make sure you subscribe. And like I said, if you have any more questions about what we talked about today, the products we use, our hair methods, just hit us up in the comments or on social media.
You have a method. I don't have.
I need to write a book for my method.
Yeah, for real. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.